We all have those favorite YouTube creators, right? The ones we feel like we actually know. But what if that connection, and really, the very creators themselves, are under threat? There's a huge shift happening on YouTube right now. It's creating this new digital class divide that's squeezing out the independent voices we love. So let's get into it and break down what's really going on.
Veteran creator Levi Hildebrand, he just puts it perfectly. He's been watching the platform for over 7 years, and he calls it a stratification, one that looks a whole lot like the wealth gap we see in the real world. So think about it like this. You've got two massive forces, a corporate takeover at the top and a flood of automated content from the bottom. And both are just squeezing the life out of the middle.
So, how is this all playing out? Well, first, we're going to define this new class divide. Then, we'll look at the two big pressures crushing the middle, that corporate squeeze from above and the AI-driven flood from below. After that, we'll take a hard look at YouTube's role in all of this, and maybe most importantly, we'll try to figure out what this means for the future of creators.
Okay, so let's dive right into the heart of the problem, what we're calling YouTube's new class divide, and how the individual creator is basically getting lost in this new chasm.
So who are we talking about when we say a middle-class YouTuber? Well, these are the creators who pour their heart and soul into original content. The deep dives, the really well-crafted video essays. Their channels are just too big and too polished to be a simple side hustle, but they're not massive enough for some corporation to come in and buy them out. They are, to put it simply, stuck in the middle.
And these are the two forces that are creating that chasm. Coming from above, you've got the corporate giants. We're talking big teams, private equity money, and they are 100% profit-driven. And then from below, you have this endless flood of AI content farms, just churning out huge volumes of automated videos where it's all about quantity, not quality.
Let's dig into that first pressure point, the squeeze from above. This is where the big money is moving in, and it's completely changing the game.
And this isn't some far-off theory. It's happening right now. Really well-known creator-led channels are being bought up by private equity firms. And when that happens, the focus, well, it inevitably shifts away from the creator's vision and straight to pure shareholder profit.
And this creates a massive competitive disadvantage. An independent creator is running on their own passion, usually on a pretty tight budget. But a private equity-backed channel, their only goal is profit for shareholders. They have huge budgets, a relentless and consistent output, and they get access to the biggest brands, which leaves the independents fighting over the scraps.
Okay, now for the other side of this, the second major pressure, the flood from below. As if competing with corporations wasn't hard enough, now creators are facing this absolute explosion of automated, low-effort content that's all powered by AI.
And it's shockingly easy to do. You can run an entire channel without a single human face, without a single original thought. Just generate a script, create an AI voiceover, use another AI to stitch together some stock footage, and then just publish and repeat. You can flood the platform with this stuff. So what's the result of all this? Well, when the platform is just drowning in automated videos, it all becomes noise. And that makes it almost impossible for actual human creators, people with unique points of view and real passions, to break through and find an audience.
This trend goes beyond just AI, too. A creator can spend weeks, maybe months, on a fantastic original video, only to have a streamer react to it and earn way more in ad revenue from that one stream. It's a system that all too often rewards low-effort piggybacking more than high-effort creation.
Okay, so all of this, it leads to a huge question about the platform itself. With creators getting squeezed from both sides, where does YouTube actually stand? Whose side are they really on? So let's just ask it directly. What responsibility does a platform like YouTube really have to the people who build its entire library of content? Are they a partner in creator success, or are they just the landlord of the digital space these people work in?
Veteran creator Hank Green is pretty blunt about it. He says it's not a democracy. The platform doesn't work for creators. Its #1 allegiance is to its shareholders, and pretty much every decision they make flows from that one reality.
And that focus on shareholders really explains so many of the common frustrations you hear from creators. The moderation policies feel totally random, videos get demonetized without any clear reason, copyright strikes are completely unpredictable. And it all kind of makes sense when you realize the main goal isn't to make sure creators are stable, it's to keep advertisers happy and comfortable.
So, given this really challenging new landscape, what's next for creators? Because the old playbook, it's pretty much dead. It is time to adapt or get left behind.
The most important lesson for creators in this new world is actually pretty simple. You cannot build your entire life and business on a single platform that you don't own. The ground can shift under your feet at any moment. So diversifying isn't just a good idea anymore, it is absolutely essential for survival.
And this is what that diversification really looks like. AdSense from YouTube? That's just one slice of the pie. The successful creators are building their businesses with direct support from their audience. We're talking Patreon, selling their own merch, using affiliate links. All of this gives them way more freedom and a lot more stability.
Now, to be fair, we have to acknowledge something. As the sources for this point out, YouTube is still, by a pretty huge margin, the best platform out there for paying its creators. But the fact that it's the best while having all these problems, it just goes to show you how low the bar is for what our online spaces could be and what they really should be. Which leaves us with a really crucial question to think about. As these platforms get bigger, as they become dominated by corporations and AI farms, how do we protect the space for the individual, for the personal, for the human? In this new world, where do we actually find the you in YouTube?